Hey everyone. Okay, so me and Jules are trying to go live right now. So wait, I think. Oh, wait, so I think she's gonna invite me, or I'm gonna invite her. I don't know. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Yes! Thank God! Thank fucking God! I was like, I literally was like, because it like booted me out of your live, and it was like you've been banned. I was like, whatever, bitch.
Me. Fully ordered pizza.
I was like,
Okay, so
fuck
did we
you.
just um girl twins, right?
Oh my
Like someone
God,
said
we look
twins.
so pretty. We kind of
We
did like a little
match.
like coordinated sort of look today.
Oh my god, we both have long ass hair.
I love like picking it up and it still is just like going. It's so good. I love it.
Oh my god, I love the drama of having a cape of hair. It's
I
absolutely
know. And I
amazing.
love like, oh my God, do you remember that scene? Have you ever seen Aquamarine before? Like that mermaid film?
Yeah.
Do you remember the part where she like if at the very end when she's a mermaid and he like goes out to like get her and she like jumps up on the surfboard and her like long hair is like
Yeah.
covering her nibs? That's always
Girl.
how I feel when I have like this hair
Me,
like this.
I want it to be like this.
Yes, I'm
Just
always like,
very
the way she like
Oh my god,
scoops
I
up there.
love
Oh
that.
my God. Hi, Bia. Minidance Megan. Oh
Oh
my
my god,
God.
someone said Kiana and Fiona, literally. Show your
Stop.
dolls that look at each other.
Literally,
I feel
my.
like my closest doll
Oh, yeah. I don't really like.
that looks like Serena.
I feel like I always
I'm like
consider my mini
I'm
me
like
to
my
be like.
closest doll that looks like Serena.
Wait. I'm like, oh my God, wait. I think I have a gump right here. Oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, and Jules.
Oh my god, with the polypropylene hairdo.
Ew. She's from my gump band.
Oh my god, girl, what was going on with the 2010 Bratz? That low key made me like almost disinterested in
I seriously, genuinely to this
them.
day will like vouch for those fishy fat lips and like they're
Yeah, I
screaming
love the lips.
sometimes. But like what up with the body? Honestly, for me, like obviously the hair's disgusting, but like I did not like that body that they gave them. Like I don't know why. Like the
Girl, they look like they're swimming.
yes, they're very like and their legs always
They
like
look like
stick out.
dolphins.
Oh my God, I think I
Yeah, they're
have
very creepy. But like also sometimes like I wish that MGA would like have utilized like the the Brett sisters with the like
yeah. The one that's like
Okay, not like the really really tall one because she's like fucking horrid. Like I don't know
yeah.
why they thought making her legs that long was a good idea, but
She
like
like those
the
pencil
young
legs.
girl, but like the younger one, I guess, like her body
Yeah.
is like a really nice shape, and I'm like, I wish
Yes.
MGA is that more.
She has that like those like wide hips and like the little tiny little torso.
I'm like, girl, my dream
Oh,
body. I'm like, I want hips that look like babies are just flying out.
I love that look of being like bottom heavy, where like your legs and your hips are so like thick looking, and then the top of you is like so tiny. And I'm like,
Girl, yes, like I love the idea of like looking like there's like I'm trying to think of like a specific, like Chibi Sailor
yes,
Moon.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's like how I want my body to look.
Oh
But I
oh my
also
God,
want
literally sometimes I look at like I don't know why they made the Bratz babies bodies like so like voluptuous, but like sometimes I look at the Bratz babies bodies and I'm like, I kind of feel like my body looks like that. And I'm like not mad.
totally no, literally. Like I have Daddy Big Baby Vanessa, and I'm like, I like how this is me, but like it's not me as a toddler. It's
Right?
just me.
It's just you now.
It's just me in my
Literally.
current state as a grown woman.
Yeah. Like literally that looks just like me right now.
You know what I think though? Because like, okay, when I was younger, like I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like Brad's bodies aren't like sexual. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they're
Yeah.
kind of just like like mannequin vibes. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yes,
kind of just like holding
absolutely.
the clothing. But I think about dolls like OMG dolls, and I'm just like, what?
They are
What's happening?
literally like the most like voluptuous
Oh my
things
god,
I've
I like how
ever
hold on.
seen. Yeah, pull her out, pull her
I
out.
literally have one OMG body.
This is the body. Like
Just like
literally, it looks like Nicki Minaj. Yes, when you bend them, they're literally like just by nature.
no, literally. But I also wonder, like, does that kind of thing like you know what I mean? Like, I feel like when we were little, like people were like, "Oh, like if you play with Bratz, like you know, you're gonna grow up to be like slutty." Which
Yeah.
I'm not the best. I'm not the best case study for that, so I'm not gonna
Right.
go further.
But like other people though, yeah.
Other people, you know what I mean? But like, I also wonder if there's gonna be those girls who like are little and they're just like, when they get older, like our age, like in 20 fucking 40 whatever. Like, I wonder if they're gonna be like, I just wish I had a big fat fucking ass. Like, you know what
Right?
I
No,
mean?
for
Like,
real though, cause I feel like from being into Bratz when I was little, like growing up and like still being interested in them, and like when you get older and you like kind of find that new like love for them all over again, and you have like
mm-hmm.
a more adult perception of them, and you can like think about other things, and like you literally like I've ever since I've been into Bratz again, I've just been like, damn, like I have to get lip injections. Like I have to have ginormous lips. I just have to. Like
Like, it's the
like
beauty
their lips
standard.
are huge. Like I have to have huge lips if they do. Or else I'm like
That's like,
not a brat.
girl, me, like, okay, so like I posted that video like about like just like a nose trend. Let's not even get into the video, but it's like a Bratz video where like I'm showing off her nose, right?
Oh yeah, I
And
saw that
it's
one.
like,
Yeah.
girl, so like my thing is like no one's nose is like 1/3 the size of their top lip. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't exist
Yeah,
in reality. But like
literally.
also I want that. But I want that.
I like would love if my top lip literally was just like that.
Yeah, just like big juicy like popsicle lips, like just falling off the
Yes,
bone.
and honestly, like for me, because I feel like there was a really big surge in wanting to have like lip injections with like Kylie Jenner and all
Yeah.
that stuff a
Yeah.
few years ago. But for me personally, like I never looked at Kylie Jenner and was like, oh, like I want to be her. I was looking at like sports ballerina Fiona, and I was just like,
Oh my god,
dude,
literally.
like I want her. I want to look like that. Like, and I
Like I
love that
feel
they
like
have like no nose at all. Like something about that is so
it's
cute.
like I feel like it makes it very it makes the mold so like ambiguous, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes.
Just like generally speaking, like very ambiguous.
And I feel like I actually perceive it almost in like a alien sort of way. Like they
Yeah,
look
yeah.
weird. Like I love that when you look to the side, they're just like and they just have like absolutely no nose.
Oh my
It's so
god,
pretty.
literally. Like they cannot breathe.
I
I had
know.
to like get a doll for reference because I'm like, hold on, what are you
I know. I
talking
literally just picked her up. I was like,
about? Oh, let's show our dolls to the people.
oh
You
my
know,
god.
I love this doll so much.
She reminds
Oh,
me of
you got her
you.
furry neck thing.
Yes, I finally got it. Thank God.
Oh,
I feel like
oh
it
my
just
god,
really pulls
how
it
did you find
together.
that? I feel like that's like the part of her outfit. Like you could kind of switch her top for another orange top or whatever. But like that
Yes.
furry like neck thing, it reminds me of like, do you remember that one That's So Raven episode where like it was like the whole school is like a musical and they're like trying out for some like
Oh,
musical number.
oh my god, I don't know. I watched That's a Raven, but for some reason I was just like obsessed with Hannah Montana. Like it just took like
Oh my god, Hannah
all of my
Montana was
attention away. But my friend Mary like loves That's a Raven, and ever
not
since
Mary.
what'd you say?
I said not Mary.
Yeah, yes, literally. It's so funny because her name is Mary, and her name's like Mary Virginia or something, and she's literally like the like gothest bitch you've ever seen in your life. I
Oh
love
my
like
god,
the
me.
the juxtaposition of that. I love it. I'm always like, oh my
Like,
god, and
her
she's just like
name's
this
fully
creepy ass
like
bitch.
like tiny Tina, but she's like 7 feet tall.
Yes.
I'm like, they call me Biggie in the streets, but I'm like 7 feet.
On the pity of the spring. Oh my god. Fucking dead. Wait, are we like
Like,
not allowed to curse? Or will it like curse?
oh, that's what I was wondering.
I feel like they
Who's your favorite Demon Slayer character?
I've never seen Demon Slayer, but I've actually really wanted to watch that. It's an
I don't know
anime.
why my mind fully goes to like demon, just like
Right, they're like
but like for real.
I'm dead. Someone said, the crossover event of the century.
Oh
Wow.
my, it's like literally rainbow. It's like not Rainbow High, Ever After High and Monster High.
Ew.
This is the lost footage.
Ew. Okay, genuinely, I know that we have this in common that we were both like Monster High stans at first when they
Yeah.
came out, and now we're both kind of like a little bit, like just a little bit. So, like,
Like I love
genuinely,
Monster High.
what'd you say?
No, like I really love Monster High, but I feel like it's just
Same.
like my thing with Monster High is like, okay, so like when I buy a Bratz doll, like I don't know, why do I keep pulling out new ones for my shelf? This shouldn't be here. Like this doll is like, okay, 2005, so 16 years old. And like her hair is still like, she's still like a functioning bitch, you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
Like she has all her shit, she can sit, her feet can fall right off.
Right.
But like, you know what I mean? Like she's still intact. Like my issue with buying Monster High dolls is that I feel like not only was their peak in terms of pricing, like, you know, when they came out, but I feel like on top of that, it's like Monster High dolls, like they just like don't last now. Like a lot of them like have like discolored, a lot of them have missing pieces. Like they have really gluey hair.
Oh,
they get cracks in their necks or their legs. Like it's
so
just
ugly.
like I really want to buy more Monster High dolls, but I don't want to buy dolls that are gonna eventually like turn into soil. You know
I know. I feel like they're just like decaying into this big like pile of glue. Like what?
Which is really fitting for the brand.
I know, right? Like for them to come to like this demise, like it makes sense, but like I don't know, like and people are always like, "Oh my god, like are you excited for the Monster High reboot?" And I'm just like, "No." No. Not
like,
really.
Like no offense to anyone, like I think those new like Barbie, like in the plain white tee outfits, not plain white tee, it's not the band. You know, like the Barbie, what is it, the look or whatever. Like I think those dolls are good, but I just feel like Mattel doesn't make good dolls anymore.
Yeah,
like definitely. Their peak is like Cave Club right now. That's not even a read; it's an observation. You know what I mean? Don't laugh. It's serious.
Cave Club. Oh my god.
Of like not Raquel or whatever like their fucking names are, fucking like Estonia.
I think those are like Estonia. I feel like those are kind of cute. Like I kind of like their like big fat feet. Like
I actually do like them.
Me too. Like I wouldn't get them, but like, well, I don't know. I wouldn't get one probably, but like I like those really like stylized dolls with like the really stylized proportions. Like I just think those are like so interesting and like I don't get me love. I love Miss Barb, but like I don't know. Something.
Barb always gets me. Fucking Barb. Like, you know, just Barb from accounting.
Right. Literally. Like, she's just like Barb. She is just like, I don't know. She's so normal looking. Like, it's just not inspiring in the way that like other things are. And I feel like she just looks like I'm just like looking at them. She looks like a person. Do you know what I mean? Like a human being.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, that's pretty, but like, I don't know. Like, I love that Bratz just look like aliens with ginormous lips and huge heads and like giant feet. Like, it's just so cute. Yeah. And I love like, that sort of like tackiness of it too.
Yeah, no. Like, I feel like Bratz are kind of like because like Bratz, I feel like there's no way they could exist in reality. Mm-hmm. So like, it's like everything of it just feels so like heightened and like fantasy.
Yes,
but, like, I feel like also too like sometimes I wonder like if you were to take like let's say like you just took the screening away and you had the option to like put not the screening, take the mold away, and you had the option to put like that same screening on like a Barbie screening. Yeah, like, I always wonder how that would look. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, probably awful. It probably would look crazy.
Or just terrifying. Because I wonder, like, are Bratz lips big because of the mold, or are they big because of like how big all of the features have to be blown up because the head is so large? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. Like on them, like are their lips even that big if you compare it to like the size of their head and like the size of their eyes and everything?
Yeah, because I feel like my eyes, I mean, not my beautiful eyes. I feel like my eye is like probably like, you know, like if I do this, like it's almost the same size. And I feel
Mhm.
like if you do that to a Bratz doll, it's kind of the same.
Yeah, no, that's so
Like, did you ever
true.
know that their feet are actually like proportionate to their bodies?
Yes, literally, they're like not even that big if you literally look
Like in
at
all
it.
the artwork, they're really like drawn as big, but like in reality, like the actual dolls, like their foot is like the length of their forearm, which is like
Yes. And
proportional for humans.
yeah. And they don't look that crazy to me anymore. I feel like people are like, "Oh my god, like those dolls with the big ass lips and the big ass heads." Like when I look at them, like I don't think they look that crazy anymore. Like they look like normal to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like it's almost like I can perceive because like they give me like an Ariana Grande effect. You know what I mean? Like that's what I
Yeah.
imagine they look like in real life, like if they were real
Yeah,
people.
definitely. Oh my
Because Ariana
god.
Grande, like I feel like imagine Bratz with Barbie-sized feet. That's how I feel about those passion for fashion lines
Yes,
where
with
they
like
have
the
like those
tiny
little
little feet.
shoes.
I hate those shoes. Dude, okay, question. Do you
Pardon.
love that era of like the passion for fashion, like those like or even like magic hair, like that sort of like 2007 type like little shoe era? Like do you really like that era of Bratz? Because I feel like people um I was just watching this person called Doll Weeb on YouTube, and he did like a Bratz like line ranking, and I just
Uh-huh.
noticed that like I feel like my taste in Bratz is so like different than most people's, and like he was rating like all the early ones like really low, and all of the like I think Passion for Fashion Wave 2 was like top tier or something, and I that's literally the same face I made. Um and like that's fine, like that's totally like that's just someone's opinion, but like I was just like, really? Like I'm surprised, and I feel like a lot of people feel that way, and like like Magic Hair was up there in like top tier, and like just some of my favorite lines were like way in the bottom, and I was just like, I can't believe that you like think that. Like, so what do you think about that? Like, do you like that like later era of them?
I feel like my like I always say like I always say I'm a Bratz collector, but like my sweet spot is like 2001 to like 2006. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Because I
yeah.
feel like right when their movie was released is when we started getting a lot of like the same outfits in different colors, the same
Yeah.
shoe mode over and over and over again. Like and then the
Yes.
that weird like 2007 2008 era before they started using polypropylene hair, I feel like all the dolls had like boob length, short ass hair. Like some of them had like really good faces. Like don't get me wrong, but it's like they were bald. Their outfits weren't good. And it's like
Literally.
that's like two things like Bratz are known for. Like you need to have like good hair and good clothing. And I feel like I love a
Yes.
lot of those like in and out lines, like funk or not in and out, like funk out, funk it, or funk out, funk it,
Fuck it.
or like funk out, like strut it. Like I like a
Funk
lot of
it.
those like early like
You
not
said
funk
funk
it.
it, funk out.
I was so confident too.
Yeah, I know. You were like naming it with your fingers.
I'm like funk it, strut it, like it.
You were like flaunt out.
Girl, my favorite, honestly. I love Sisha from that line. Oh my god. But like I really like those core lines, like strut it, like style it, like funk out. Like I really
Yes.
love those lines because I feel like we really got like two full outfits that reflected the
Yes.
girl's person. Especially like funk out, I feel like was the Bratz prime. Like that was like we got 7 characters at once with 2 outfits and new looks and new makeup with new screenings. Like, it was
Yeah.
like iconic for the time, you know what I
Yes.
mean? But I feel like a lot of people like I just feel like generally people prefer like 2004 to 2007 screenings more,
Mm-hmm.
because I noticed a lot of people when they take, like, for example, like these people that I noticed like make ranking videos, they'll be like on Instagram and you'll notice that like the pictures they post, they'll use a lot of that early clothing pieces, but they'll use like
On the new
later dolls.
dolls. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I personally like I understand that and I get that people think like, you know, they became a lot more like sleek and like cunty. And I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
people love that sort of like cunty, like beret, like knee-high boots type like dolls with like the
Yeah.
fur just
Yeah.
but like for me when I think of Bratz, like I just think of like that really early artwork and like those like I love how the early dolls have those like slightly ugly faces. Like they're just
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
like when you look at Express It Chloe, you're kind of like, ugh? But then you're like, aw, because like she's so cute and like me and Alana were talking about that too, about how Express It Chloe is just so cute with like her like long skirt and her little like scarf and her bangs and like her little like bag that says like angel on it. Like I just love that doll. I don't know why. And I feel like everyone's just like, ah, fucking Express It Chloe. Like she sucks.
They get so mad at her.
I know, but I think she's so sweet. Why are you moving like that? Like, babe, I'm just rocking back and forth. I don't have to
Oh
poop.
my god, you're just like,
somebody was like, why are you moving like that? Do you have to shit? Like,
like,
no.
yes.
I have
Oh, no.
ADHD, babe. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my god, me
Well,
with
I
my
do. I
like
do have
toys
it,
like
but
bouncing.
yeah, I'm
That's
always
what
rocking back and forth.
girl, people are just so weird. Like I'm trying to only focus on the good comments because people are literally
Right, like
psychopathic and murderous.
whatever. Oh
Like
my
someone
god.
said Mattel just
Hi,
buying all the
Allie.
doll hair in 2007. You know what too? I was wondering because a lot of Mattel dolls around that like 2007, 2008 era, they mostly use saran. And now like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
them use like polypropylene, and it's just like
Ugh.
Mattel dolls are only good when like I feel like they're trying to compete with Bratz. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
hold on 1 second. I wanted to show you this doll because I feel like no one talks about her. Hold on.
Here, I'll see what people are saying. The way I
Like
walk into
entertain the people.
um. Oh my god, I love you, Allie. I'm so glad you're here. I think that's salon and spa space faces. Yes, the salon and spa faces are so interesting, and I love salon and spa Dana. Like she is so funky looking. Like I just love those like funky ass ones.
Well,
Like you
like
look
I
at her
wanted
and
to
you're
get
just
your
kind of like,
opinion on these
whoa.
dolls. So like I posted these on my TikTok, so maybe you like already seen them or whatever. Obviously you know about these dolls. But like I love like this like Chloe Dana screening. Like I just think she
Oh
just looks
yes,
so like
yes,
I don't know. Like, I know it's not like the cuntiest look ever, but it just
right.
is so like nostalgic. You know what I
hmm
mean?
And that's the thing. Like I don't need them all to be like the most like cuntiest things ever. Like it's just I like that sort of like I don't know those like big, those like big fucking eyes. Like I think it's really
Yeah.
sweet. And honestly, like my sort of like sweet spot, like you were saying, I personally think that like this like Funk and Glow Wave 2 like screening,
Oh
like
my god, she's so pretty. I need that
I
doll.
know, and I like how it still looks like one of the older ones, but they just like cleaned it up a bit and just like really perfected
It's
it.
like
Like
really refined.
yes, and I just love that whole line of like the Wave 2 of Funk and Glow so much. Like that and like Formal Funk and like Live in Concert. Like those three lines are like my number one favorite lines. I just think they're so pretty.
Oh my god, live in concert's so pretty. I wish I had more of the live in concert dolls, but like,
Me too. I'm so glad I have Sasha. Do you like her? I think we talked about her before.
oh my god, I love Sasha. I wish that like, I wish Sasha wouldn't have gotten like. Okay, I obviously love the character Sasha,
Mm-hmm.
but I would love if like she wasn't so blown up right now because like her prices are just like crazy.
Yes,
Because I would
yes.
love to own a live in concert Sasha. Because like I also like I'm in the boat that like not every Bratz stall like needs to be like with 30-inch hair and like
Mm-hmm.
like super glam. Like sometimes it's fun to see these like like super tutorial, like not tutorial, super editorial, like kind of like tutorial,
Super tutorial, like
tutorial.
these
So
super
like confident.
conceptual tutorial dolls.
Like, do you remember like I don't know if like you ever keep up with like fucking Madonna of all people, but like you know how like she always has like she's not always like Madonna. Like sometimes she'll have like a black wig or like you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like that
Or
kind of
sometimes she's like, bitch, I'm Madonna.
Girl, what is Madonna's issue?
What is up with that? Okay, literally, is there like crack in that song? Because why is it like so catchy though? I love that song, kinda. When she's like,
Oh
and
my god.
remember, have you ever seen that? Like the video, like she's just like running through like the hallway and she literally looks drunk. Like she's just like stumbling and she's like, we at the party and we go up to the rooftop. And she like trips over the balloons and shit. Oh my god, she looks crazy. And she has that like hot peak, like spiked like leather jacket on. Like, what is she doing in that video?
I
I
just
love it.
feel like I don't need to see any spikes in any leather jacket.
Yeah. Oh, that's
like I'm okay with that.
that is like the pinnacle of like not my taste. Is like a spiky like leather jacket. Like ew.
It's like you know that like 2010 era of like everything being like shoulder pads, like long sleeves, like
Yes.
spikes, like Litas, like just
Yeah.
what was going on?
Like those like
What's
high low
happening?
skirts and shit.
What the fuck was up with high-low skirts?
I know, they're so stupid.
Like who discovered it? Why did we run with it?
And there's like some Rue 21 like wedges with like little.
Oh my god! It's just like a black spandex bra.
Yeah, there's like a fluorescent like coral like Aztec print like top on, and there's like a little like flower in your hair.
Oh my god! Brooke is in the chat.
Oh my god, is she? I feel like
Yeah.
okay. Question: how many people does it say is like watching your live?
Mine says 7.
Oh my god, really? It
You're
says
like,
only.
mine says 100 and... What?
Wait, what? It says how many?
7.
So there's only 7
But like the
people.
number
Like,
keeps going. Oh, now it says 12.
see, it says that there's
So
25 people watching like this, but like I don't see like Brooke's comments though. Like if she's here.
she said her phone is dying. Girl, where is she? Girl, you
Oh.
better join this live too. Oh my god, just a 3-way live. I just want everyone to join it. And it's just like a class.
Literally.
People and no one can hear anyone. It says we both have our own view count. Oh my god.
Okay.
Well, it says 8 people are.
You'll have live in concert never. No. Okay,
Okay.
I want to ask you like, cause okay, I want to talk about like some stuff that we were mentioning earlier. Oh my god, what was I literally just gonna ask you?
I'm like, was it the dolls or when you asked me about my anal sex?
you're like, oh, you mean we were talking about douching?
No. I just pulled it up. So now that we get to the real point of this live,
you pull out like a douchebag.
but it's big.
Yeah, it's like huge. You're like
Scotch tape. You know what I mean?
You're like, we tricked you thinking we were going to talk about dolls. This is the real point of our life.
We're talking about shit.
We're talking about crap.
Oh my god, not again. No, my view count just went like from 40 to nothing.
Oh my god. So, Allie says, which brings us to our next topic, douching.
I'm like, but on a serious
note. No, like, for real.
Okay, so. It just makes me laugh so much more. Oh my god, literally. Okay, so well, ask away. Like this is basically an interview for me. No,
yes. Okay. So I feel like your like specific story with like how you experienced like being interested in Bratz when you were little, and I feel like you are one of those people that like really grew up like from like the beginning of Bratz like onward. Cause like for me personally, like I'm 21 this year, so I was like 1 years old when like Bratz actually were released in 2001. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like for me, I don't have like for me, Bratz are more nostalgic for around the time that I was like 14, like 15, 16,
Mm-hmm.
like 5, 6, 7 years ago. And like they were just such a staple in like me realizing like the truth of like who I am, how I want to like live my life, just all that kind of stuff. And we've talked before about how like dolls can almost be like a vehicle for like for you to like live out the experiences that you're not able to have when you're little. And obviously
Mm-hmm.
like so many like trans girls specifically I notice are interested in dolls. And I feel like it's because like we all share this same like childhood experience of like using dolls as this sort of like identity that we like put ourselves in that we're not allowed to express in real life, and nobody else sees us that way because of the way like the world
Mm-hmm.
is. And like, do you like in what ways do you feel like being brass or just dolls in general have like influenced your like identity and like personality in the way that you evolved as a person?
I think that like when you're younger, especially, I feel like when you go through like especially like when you're someone who's trans or like in my case specifically, like my mom made it very clear to me like when I was young, like this is for girls, this is for boys. You know what I mean? Like these things
Mm-hmm.
are for boys and these things are for girls. And it was kind of under the guise of like because like your brother plays the GI Joes because he's gonna grow up to like be an army guy or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think in her mind, it's like, why would you play with dolls if you're going to become, like if you're gonna grow up to be like a man? You know what I mean? Like I think that's kind of like her mindset. But so I
Mm-hmm.
think when you kind of have that mindset pushed onto you as a child, you then recognize that like this is womanhood. You know what I mean? Like this is what it's like to be a woman
Mm-hmm.
because your parents have now put it into your mind that you can't have this because this is for girls because girls are going to grow up looking up to this. You know what I mean? Like kind
Mm-hmm.
of that mindset. So then I feel like it almost enforces it more of like this is like the epitome of beauty and femininity and like like being who you want to be. And especially like I feel like when you're a cisgender girl, for example, you get to kind of explore these things through dress up, through play, which is why these products are available to children. Dress up things,
Mm-hmm.
little kitchens, like stuff like that. But I feel like when you're a kid and you're maybe only allowed to play with dolls, or maybe you only have dolls or something, and you don't have, like girly clothes or like, like makeup and stuff like that, or like, just
Yeah.
little girl stuff. I feel like you really put a lot of mental energy and development through your dolls. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yes.
like it's
Yes.
almost like you kind of perceive like this is what it's like. One day I'm gonna be like this, and then my problems are gonna be solved because you're kind of already resonating with this as like a coping mechanism. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I feel
Yes.
like for me growing up, I just kind of felt like, oh, like the like it's almost like I wanted to be like hyper feminine because I didn't realize that dolls are almost like not a caricature of a woman, but it is a freeze frame of a fashionable woman. You know what I mean? That
Mm-hmm.
that that is what they are. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
then you kind of don't understand that there are so many other aspects of being a woman other than like the superficial things because
Yeah.
essentially dolls are just a superficial or not a superficial but a visual tool where you can use your imagination, so there's no like depth to them really. So then I feel
Yes.
like you're kind of assuming a lot of depth as a person, but because
Yes.
you haven't assumed any other roles, that's kind of all you know, which I can feel like
Wow.
makes you kind of feel like like growing up I feel like I have to like just be a super like feminine person for me to like be a woman, you know what I mean? And I think that that kind of developmental stuff, you know, it obviously takes a toll on you in terms of like being like, oh, like what does it mean to be a woman? But I also feel like it's like when you grow up and you've kind of decided what these women do, it's kind of almost like, well, it is really up to you. Like you are the
Yeah.
doll now. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I've never really like thought about that aspect of it in such like great depth like you just explained.
Yeah, like I feel like that's like sometimes I feel like it's like you kind of just like project onto your toys because your toys are all you know really as a kid, are kind of like
Yes.
your immediate family. So it's like when your first socialization is Bratz commercials and like Bratz dolls, you're just gonna be like, so like being a woman is just getting smoothies all day.
Yeah, yeah. And also too like how you were saying that it's like a frozen sort of like caricature of like what a like a fashionable woman, and it's kind of like that's all you ever really perceive them as is just like what they are because it's like a doll and it's not like a real person. And I think like especially when you're little and especially for like for us, if you know, like when I was growing up I had like a really lonely like early childhood. Like um I didn't have many friends like in school. Like I was just so like unaware of like my like surroundings, and like I was just unaware of like other people and stuff. Like I don't know, I was very like in my own bubble, and like literally all my bubble consisted of was like Winx Club and like the Winx Club dolls I have, and like the
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Swan like Barbies I had, because it's like those were the only thing in the like in my universe up till that point that I was able to acknowledge that like I am like this thing. Like this feels like
yeah.
me, or like this feels familiar, or like this feels like comfortable. And like I genuinely like when I was really little, like I kind of thought that like I was like Stella from Winx Club. Like I like because I was into those when I was like 4, like really, 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 really young.
Mm-hmm.
And like I remember like when I would go outside and like play like Winx, and I would like I'd have like Bloom, and I would be like, okay, so I'm Stella. And like I genuinely like believed that I was her. And like I don't know.
No, I feel that completely.
Yes,
Like, do you know
and
Dinah Deborah?
yeah, yeah.
Obviously. Like when I was younger, you know, she has like her really curly hair.
Hmm.
Like when I was younger, I just remember like it's almost like when like someone says not something like about you, but like if someone's like, oh, like you know, like you're a boy, or like you're supposed to do this, or like this is like kind of like if they ever acknowledge something that's kind of confirming like your real identity or whatever. It's like when you're a kid, you're kind of just like, yeah, but no, this is me.
Right,
Like when
you're like, but wait, like what about you're
I'm
like,
just
what
like,
about Odette?
like I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about, actually.
Yes, that happened to me for the first time. I remember the first time I ever was aware that like people were perceiving me differently than I thought I was when we were in like, you know, the classic like you're in dodgeball and they're like boys to the left side of the wall, like girls to the right. And like by nature, I mean all of my friends were like girls, and like, you know, that's just like I genuinely didn't understand that I was being perceived as like different than that. And they
Mm-hmm.
were like, I remember I started like running over to like the right, obviously. And they were like, oh, no, 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 no. Like, other side, other side. And I was like a deer in the headlights. I was just like, what? And they were like, other side, like over there. And I was like, over there? Like, me? And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't think so. So, I remember I literally tried like just like walking back over to like the right side, and they were like, no, like girls that side, boys that side. And I was like, I literally like blew my mind. I was just so confused. So I like went over there and I was just like, I don't like it over here. Like it just felt so weird. And like I remember ever because I was probably like in like second grade, I think. So I probably was like, I don't know, like 6 or 7, I think. So at that time, I feel like that is when I started like becoming aware, and that's when I sort of broke loose of that sort of like I don't know, like I really just like I thought that I was just like my dolls. And like, I thought that I was like one of them. And it was kind of like heart wrenching, honestly, like that whole experience. Cause I feel like I never really viewed myself the same as them, like ever again. And I feel like ever since then was when I started kind of trying to like climb up to like reach how I viewed them again. And I feel like I was trying to do that like forever, you know? Um,
Yeah, I feel do you remember the TV show Big Comfy Couch?
yes, yes,
Okay, so you know
yes.
how the clown she has like two like pigtails, but they're like she has like curly black hair.
Yes,
So like
yes.
my hair texture, like it's like similar to that. So I
Hmm.
remember when I was little, I had the doll, and like her hair was just gross, but like in retrospect, gross. But like because I had like curly black hair, like when you're a kid, your hair's all fucked up because you're like being a dumbass.
Hmm.
So like I remember her hair felt like my hair. So then I was like, oh, if I grow my hair out, like this is like I'll be a girl. You know what I mean? Like because in
Yeah.
my mind, like there's no other difference outside of the hair.
Literally, just if your hair is down to your butthole, like you're a girl. Sorry.
You're a girl, period. So then, like, I remember my hair was probably like, like probably like this long. And then I remember we went to my grandma used to own a beauty salon, and they were like, "Oh, you're gonna get a haircut." And so then I remember she like cut all my fucking hair off, like completely off. And I remember I was like devastated. And then they were like, "Oh, like you look like a cute little boy," and I was just like, and then that was my moment of like, oh,
Right.
oh, oh, like we're not just a girl with short hair.
Right, right, right.
like we are. Because then like when you get like around like 7 and 8, and then like people start calling you like a little man and like things like that, because like you're starting to not be like a little kid anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just like traumatizing. Like, and
it
I think that when
is.
I remember going back home and like braiding my doll's hair, and I think that's like my first like memory of me like using a doll to like cope. You know what I mean? Like I just remember like playing with her two pigtails because she was like a bald headed ass like stuffed animal with just two pigtails in
Yeah.
her hair. And like I remember like playing with my dolls, and like I was like, or like playing with her, and like I was like, oh, like this just felt so like right. You know what I mean? Like it just felt so like not right, like soothing, like comforting.
Yes.
And like I just think that that's kind of where like my whole like using dolls as like a comfort mechanism like kind of started.
Yes. And I think another thing too is like
Yeah, Lunette the clown. Sorry, someone commented Lunette.
what? No, but literally, me and PE though it was terrible, dude. PE like it's so like anxiety ridden for children. Like they need to like learn that now.
Yeah,
Like they just like the way that they just like force people to like do physical activity. Like it, I was like so
trauma.
insanely embarrassed, like so fucking embarrassed, and like I would always because I was like a little fatty, so like they I was fucking fat. Like I was just like literally, like literally just like fun. like like I was like I was a fatty. So I was like
Oh my god, I started getting a cramp from laughing.
I would be running like in like doing laps or whatever, and I was always the last one to fucking be done running. And like they'd all be all the kids would be like, oh, like fatty's taking forever. Like you know what I mean? Like they were like, and they were all just like all of their heads were just like watching me run around the fucking thing, and I was just like I just wanted to like explode. And I feel like the more that I realized that like I was different than like my fucking like Winx Club Flora doll, and like nobody saw me like that, like I feel like it made me like just close myself in. Like I became so like shy and like anxious, and like I didn't know what to do. Like I was just, and like you know, you get to that certain age where like your dad or your mom or whatever, like they start to be like, okay, you know, you're 9 years old, you're getting a little old for this doll stuff.
Yeah.
So, when you like
Oh,
when is that phase
I
gonna
would hate those
I
conversations.
know. That would literally make me go like it just made me like it made like the light like just like dim in my eyes.
Stink.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like
Like I
that's
remember. Oh, sorry.
no, go on, go on.
No, I was gonna say like I remember like do you ever remember like did your parents ever have like that moment where they were just like officially like like maybe we should just put the dolls away for a little bit or like because I remember like my parents like at one point wanted to like me to not play with dolls and then they just stopped buying them for me but then it just started to
Oh,
become like an issue. You know what I mean? Like it was like
yeah.
it wasn't just a suggestion anymore. Like it was more of like a
Like,
demand. You know what I
yeah, yeah. Well, okay, so I feel like my experience is different with that, and I would love to like, if you want to get into it. I know it's like really like touchy stuff, but I would
mean?
love
Yeah.
to hear more about like your experience with that. But like, so my dad, when he lived at our house still, because they ended up getting divorced because he's like insane. Um, he worked like afternoon, so he wouldn't like be home at all until like way later in the day, and then he had to like go to work. So usually it was like my mom who was like taking care of my sister and I, like taking us places. So whenever we'd go to the store, like my mom was just like nice. Like she would just like let me get dolls. Like that's how I was able to just have like so many dolls as a kid. And I would kind of have to like hide them from my dad, like in my room and stuff, because he wasn't really like present. And I feel like they were never really like super like on the same like level about like anything. So
Mm-hmm.
she when I would hear them argue about it all the time though. Like I would always hear him being like, "Why you want to let him get the fucking dolls?" And she would be like you like he was just such a like aggressive, masculine, like just so like just
Yeah.
angry and just like it was so scary. Like I literally felt like there was just like a predator like in my fucking house when I was growing up with
Oh
him.
my god, not a
Like
predator.
he like not like a sexual predator, but like
No,
just
no,
like
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah. Like
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 I thought that's what you thought I meant. I was like not
no,
like
no,
that,
I
but
didn't think that. I thought you meant like Alien versus Predator.
yes, just like a threat. Like I felt like
Yeah, yeah,
threatened
yeah.
at all times. And
Like a threatening presence.
yes, and it's just like he was just he was so against me. Like he was so against like my innate like nature of who I was, and he just
Mm-hmm.
tried to get me to like be absolutely everything that I wasn't. And like wait, what even was the question? Oh. I'm like, fuck. I'm like all serious. I'm just like, what?
Girl, the way that came out of nowhere. What was the
Oh my fucking god. I'm, I'm
No, I really don't know the question.
no, I think it was like um you asked if there was ever that moment of like, okay,
Oh
like
yeah,
are
yeah,
we gonna like
yeah,
put these fucking dolls away?
yeah.
Um
Oh my god.
but like okay, so my brother, my half brother, he lives like far away. And whenever he would come to visit, like he literally never gave a fuck about like me liking dolls. Like he wasn't like a douche, but my dad was always like, okay, well, are you gonna put those away when he comes here? You gonna put all those dolls away? Because I started like displaying them and stuff, and I was just kind of um, like I guess, like I don't know, like he
Girl.
he was the one who would like I feel like my mom would always say like, dude, like that's what she wants, like that's the toys that she picks
Yeah.
at the store, like that's just what she likes to play with or whatever. And he was so against it. And whenever we'd go to the store together, like with him, I was always like, oh, because I knew he was gonna try to get me to get like a fucking like Bionicle or something. Or like a stupid like Lego set.
I'd rather die.
I
I'd rather die
know.
than
I
get
was
a
like, I'd rather just get
fucking
nothing. Like, I would just rather not.
I'd rather wait in the fucking car.
Right. Like, I remember one time, like, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna see if I could just get anything else and like it. So I went into like the boy section, and there was like this like Marvel like figure, and it was like a girl though, and she had like this like long like ginger hair. It was like all plastic, and this like green like superhero outfit, and she was like so pretty. So I was like, ugh, and I like ran to my dad, and I was like, okay, like I'm getting this figure. And he was like, let me see it. And he was like, really? He was like, can't you get a boy? And I was just like, okay, now I'd rather just get nothing. Like, seriously. Like I can't even get like the girl action figure. Like, he was just so, he just wanted me to be different so bad. But um eventually it got to a point, I think, because my mom, like, they would get into fights about it all the time. And
Yeah.
she just kept letting me get it because she didn't want to, like, I'm so thankful to her for that, because like if that wasn't how she was, like, I think things would have been so much like worse in terms of me not being able to like have anything I ever wanted or whatever. And obviously it's like a luxury to be able to like have dolls and toys and things, but like I don't know, like it I don't know. I was really lucky for my mom, but um he just, I feel like it totally dragged a wedge between my dad and I. Like, he never would like play with my toys with me. He would never like literally do anything with me unless it was like, want to go fishing? And I was like, I don't want to go fishing. Like, I don't want to fish, dude. Like, I don't want to fish. Like, no. So
Not fucking
yeah,
fishing. I'd rather fucking die.
I'd rather just like literally stare at a blank wall for like days. I would rather do that than fish. Um,
Like my
well,
dad, he always tried to give me these like weird compromises too. Like, well, like my first Bratz doll that I got, like I bought with my own money, but my dad like took me to go get it, right. He was just like, "Oh, I guess that's what you want." You know what I mean? Like it was kind of just like my mom was kind of more the hard ass, but then I remember
mm,
like for Christmas, I was like, "Oh, I really want a Funk and Glow Yasmin," and like the
mm.
Bratz FM Cruiser, but then he ended up getting me Bratz Boys First Edition Dylan and like the Bratz FM Cruiser, because in his mind it was like, oh, like it's a boy and a car, you know what I mean? But it was
Yeah.
still Bratz. So it was like that was his compromise, or like he would only buy me like mini Bratz, which is like really weird. Like he's like dolls are only okay if they're this big.
Why can't I
Like,
just have like a big one? Like, what the
like
fuck?
literally, no one cares, Dad. I promise you.
Right. I remember one
Oh my
time,
god.
we went to Toys R Us, and they brought us inside, and I think I was probably like 3 years old. Like, I was so young. So I don't know why, but I think they never asked me to pick out what I wanted because my dad was there and he wanted to like do it for me to try and like subconsciously get me to start liking like boy stuff or whatever. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like they asked my sister because she's 2 years older, so she was like probably 5 or what 6, whatever. And they were like, okay, like you pick out yours, and I probably was just like, no, like being 3. Uh, like I was just being like brainless. And they never asked me like what I wanted, so whatever. Like I don't remember it that vividly, but I remember we got in the car, and my mom like we were in the back seat. My mom handed my sister Formal Funk Chloe, and I remember like looking at it and being like, like oh my god, like oh my god, like are they gonna hand me one of those things too? Like I was getting so excited. I was getting so excited. Like I was like, oh my god, like maybe they got both of us one, because I know they got me like something. And I was just like, peering over my chair, like looking at it. I was just like, like, yeah. And then she hands me mine. And it's literally like it's Sunkissed Summercade. And I was just like I literally was just like and
And the parents, when they do that, they do that. isn't it cool?
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
you like it?
Listen, I got
Isn't
really
he so
upset.
awesome?
They're like, isn't that cool? You're like, no. Like, he didn't even have like a shirt on. And like I remember getting really
you want me to
upset.
be like you want me to be a straight man, so you gave me a 1/6 scale half naked man? What's happening?
Yes, and I also feel like literally because I feel like there's also that logic of like he also was like, oh, I don't want her to be gay when she's older. Like you literally got me like a shirtless dude doll, like, but like that makes no sense.
He's like, I don't want her to like men growing up. Fully just like a Ken doll, but with like a puppy harness.
Right. Oh my god. Um
Just gay pride Ken.
or like that one like gay like earring Ken that they have.
Oh my god.
You know that one.
That'll set her straight.
That'll get her on the right track. You're like, right.
Oh baby, there's only one track and it's right to Popper City.
And that's the thing too. Well, also I remember like I got really upset when they did that. And I remember like remember throwing it like behind me into the trunk. And they got like really mad at me because I like threw it and I was like ungrateful or whatever. But I mean I was like 3. Like I just didn't like it. So I was just like fuck this thing. I was so upset. But yeah, like I feel like the more that like somebody in your life is trying to take you away from that kind of stuff, the more you're just like you desperately want it.
Gimme.
Yes.
Because like just let me experience it. Like sometimes I wonder, like mom, if you would have gotten me that one formal funk never on With the Runway, could we have avoided all this?
Right. Mom, if you would have just let me gotten American Girl Josefina, like not like this would all just be solved.
Like, but none of this exists. Like I'm fully just an accountant. Like I'm like, hey.
Yeah, you just like let everything go. Like I seriously, that was one thing though that my mom like wouldn't let me get was an American Girl doll, and like I literally like my life goal was to just get one because she was like, that's really like that's a girl thing. Like, like you don't take your little boy to go to like the tea party in Chicago at like the American Girl store. And like that was just like my dream. And like I had this friend across the street and my sister was like also friends with her, but like she was like my friend. And like my sister and her got to like go to a trip to Chicago and like go to the American Girl store, and they got like these little pictures on like a magazine. They were like really their and like I remember just being like, I want to do that. And like they got to have like a tea party with their new dolls and whatever. And I remember my mom like she just left me home like with my like dad, and I was just like I was so upset. Like I was so like devastated. What did you say?
Like I remember I went to no, I'd be like, Mom, so you hate me? Like what's
I did. I really felt like I was just like, and then literally on the way home, she was like, okay, there's a Disney store here. Do you want anything? And she got me like a whole like set of like 7 Disney Fairy Barbie dolls, like, which is really nice. But I was just like, why can't I just get an American Girl doll then? Like,
girl, like I remember my aunt, she took me to the American Girl store, and you know how they have like the loaner doll that you can like, like it's like
yes,
like the one you get like if you don't have a doll or whatever. When I tell you, I was distraught because I thought it was mine. Like I thought this was like oh, I was like oh, like you get to just take a doll here because like I had never been in a store before where there was like open dolls around. You know where I mean? Where they're just like hanging out. And then I remember my aunt's like, "Do you like this one? What about this one?" And I was just like in shock, in awe. And I was like, "There's no way that like you can't like just like walk out with one of these. You know what I mean? And yeah, it turns out you can't.
Did you try? Did you try to walk out with
Girl,
one?
like, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they started like, oh no, like you can't take it with you, and I was like
Aww.
heartbroken.
You were
I was
like,
like, no. And I remember my aunt was like,
aww.
oh, I'll tell your dad. Like, I'll tell your dad for Christmas to get you one. And I was like, and my cousin like fully got like her dolls like hair done, got a new doll, like got an outfit
Right.
for
She has
her.
like this glamorous ass one. Like just she's like, oh, that sucks.
Literally. And then I remember they like took us to the park to play. And then my aunt was like, oh, you have to leave the doll. Like you can't take her like with you in the park. She'll get messed up.
That's so
And then, like,
sad.
and then my cousin and my other cousin, they like both went to play in the park, and I was like, and I was like holding the doll the whole time. My aunt's like, don't mess up her hair, and I was like, oh my god, like I was so excited. Like,
Oh, that makes me so
you know
sad.
You know what's funny? It was Josefina too. It's so funny that you said
Was
that.
it?
Yeah, it literally was Josefina.
I really I wanted that one so bad when I was little. I don't know why. I just thought she was so beautiful, and like I loved those like historical ones. Oh my god, it was I remember I really liked Josefina, that that like that like 1800s looking like princess. I think she had like a pink dress and like ringlets that were like blonde. I think
Oh my, I had her. She's gorgeous.
you have her?
I had her. I like sold her.
Oh my god. Yeah, I loved her.
Like,
And then Kaya, the Native American girl. I was like,
she's gorgeous.
those braids and those like fringy boots, like I was just like, dude, like she's beautiful. I ended up getting literally with the fucking like mini Bratz thing. My mom was like, okay, we can maybe get you a mini American Girl doll. I was like, like, ooh. I don't want to sound like ungrateful. Like I really liked her too.
Yeah.
But it was just like, come on. And I ended up we went to this little bookstore and they for some reason had like little American Girl dolls there. I don't know why, but they did. And I got Kaya because they had her there. So she was cute, but I wanted like the big one and all of her like extra outfits. You know what I mean? Like I kind of still like sometimes I still kind of want to just like buy one of those. Like just to like fulfill it, but then I'm just kind of like, I don't need one. Like I don't need one of those.
Like I have like so many American Girl dolls.
Do you really?
Yeah, like I have like at least like 6 or 7.
Wow.
I like posting videos on like about them on TikTok. There's one that like low key kind of reminds me of you. You know, hold on.
Really? Can I see?
Yeah, because she has like a tie-dye shirt on and like blonde hair.
Barnes and Noble sells the book, so they sell the mini doll sets. Dude, I think it was Barnes and Noble that I got Kaya at like forever ago.
You know what? I was actually gonna say, was it Barnes and Noble?
I think it was. They just had them like up on this shelf. I still really want Josefina and Kaya. Like I just think those two are so beautiful.
Yeah, I really want a Josefina. I heard the new one is like real nice too.
Really? Doesn't she have like really long ass hair if you like take it out?
Yeah. So this is a custom doll. It's weird. She actually uses the Josefina mold.
Aww. Wow, your hair was just so like glamorous when you flipped it. Oh my god, that looks so pretty. Why does that look just like me? That's so cute.
But like, look at her little like sandals. They have like little bugs on them.
Aw, that's cute.
And her little like tie-dye shirt. I'm like, oh my god, I love her.
Aww.
I like snatched this wig off of some other fucking bald American ass.
Oh my god, that's cute. I like her.
Snatched it off the pillage. Can I see your Dana? My spa Dana actually looks like she got the shit beat out of her.
She always looks like that.
You're like, it's not just here, sweetheart. Like someone had like, okay, so the spa Dana I have, like someone had like cut her fucking hair off into like a lob, I guess. So like I just put it into this bun, but like,
oh, it looks cute in the bun. Wow, why is yours so pretty? She like yours looks so like Like so like her face looks really like skinny looking. Like kind of
Right?
like a
She's real
crackhead.
sexual. Her lips are like giant and her eyes are really giant, so I feel like she. But
Oh
like, it's
yeah.
weird because like her eyes, I don't know if you can see. Like the whites of her eyes are blue. Like they're not white.
Yeah. Wow. She's pretty. I like her. She's
I
so
like her
interesting.
little
Like
bun.
I love that that was just like the first Dana and she has this like weird ass face. Like I love
And
that.
it reminds me of okay, so like do you know the Head Games dolls?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, so like all of the Head Games like Wave 2, I think there's one for like each of the characters where it uses like an older like 2003 screening, and I just
Oh
got the one
yeah.
for Dana, and I feel like she, girl, don't play with me. She first of all, she has like a really long, nice ponytail, Saran, but like her screening is
Oh
like so unique to me.
wow. She kind of looks like what Salon and Spa Dana like wants to be.
Like this is literally like before the spa, like after.
After the spa, literally.
but
That's interesting. Some of those heads are
like
like so cool.
girl, but like recently, like well that Dana that I just got actually. Like, okay, so I was telling you, like, not that like I don't like Bratz anymore, but I just feel like I'm going through like a phase where um like obviously like I love everything that I've done on TikTok and I love like making my Bratz videos, like, and I'm not gonna stop making Bratz videos.
Hmm.
But I feel like my collection has just gotten so big that I'm not that I can't manage it, but it's kind of just like I think I can take a break. Like it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the dolls that I want
Same.
to buy are just not going anywhere. And I
Hmm.
don't want to like pass up on like contemporary dolls that like are eventually gonna get more expensive. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
since I started repainting like my rainbow high dolls,
Oh,
I
yes, those
feel
are
I
so
feel
pretty.
I feel like I like them so much more, and I'm like, like maybe I'm like really gonna get really back into them. But I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know. Spider-Man Chloe, like everyone loves Spider-Man Chloe, so I'm reading the comments. Everyone's just like, you fucking bitch.
Right. They're just like, who the fuck are these bitches? Y'all like Wild West Dana? I like Wild West Dana. Wild Wild West. She reminds me of that meme of Miley Cyrus where she's like,
Girl, she's like,
yeah, that's what she reminds me of. I like it.
like
Um,
I constantly think of that Miley Cyrus meme, and I just want to know, like, what was going on through her head?
I know, but
Like,
she literally was like,
taking that picture.
I love that. I think that is like hilarious. Like I was dying at all of those like memes people were making of that. Cause like, oh my god, and like why are her eyes so like close together too? Like she was just like very like
I feel like like everything about like that picture of Miley Cyrus is just very unfortunate. Like her makeup, like her makeup, like it's like someone wanted to emphasize her eyes, but they
Yeah.
just did it way too much.
I
Just way
know.
like reel it in, reel it
That's like
in.
that photo reminds me of people with those like crystal blue eyes and they're just like and you're just like, whoa, like what the fuck?
they're like, they're like, do you like these natural baby blues?
Yeah. And you're just like, okay.
Oh, my eyes? Oh yeah, they're naturally like this.
Right. They're like
They're not contacts. I would never wear contacts.
they just like want you to be like, oh my god, your eyes are so blue like the ocean. They like want
Okay,
you to say that so bad.
someone said, "What's your rarest Bratz doll?" I think okay, so there's like a lot of Bratz dolls that like I feel like everyone knows fucking Felicia. You know what I mean? Like, girl, we know her. We've
Yeah.
been new, but like I want to say like girls really rock Dana. I feel like I never see her in people's collections.
Oh yeah, you do have her, don't you?
Yeah, or even I feel like that head games Dana I just showed. Like a lot of the head games, a lot of the like playset exclusive like dolls, I feel like are really like rare, like actually rare. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
less of them were definitely made. But I don't know. I feel like probably that's it. Or I have that sample of Sunkissed Summer Dana.
Oh
And that's probably
yeah,
one of my.
that's so
That's
cool. I
probably
love that you
one of
have that.
my. Girl, it's like it's so weird that like Sunken Summer is one of my like favorite lines of like all time, and like I have like a sample from production. That's so
Yes, that's
crazy.
so cool.
Rock Angels, but isn't Rock Angels Megan just Dynamite Megan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
think there's like any difference really.
Girl, me from this year to last year.
Literally same. I don't even know like what dolls of mine are rare. I had Sweet Dreams Felicia, but I sold her for some stupid reason. Um, but I feel like my like rare dolls
Did
are
you
more
freeze?
just like um.
Oh, oh, she froze.
Oh yeah, I was like, wait, who's
Where?
talking? Because you like weren't moving, but I heard like ah.
Oh.
Aw, what happened? What the fuck?